most of the people who are not in the construction field will wonder, what are the QS professions, what are they, and what do they do? This is roles of professional quantity surveyor in the built environment. Ever tried building a sandcastle on the beach? So to create a solid sandcastle, you will need a generous amount of water, sand, just the right amount of water. This concept is pretty much the same for building too. Someone needs to be responsible for determining how much sand and water is required to build them, and most importantly, how much it costs. That is where quantity surveyors comes in. We are not fancy as architects where people know what they do, but we are much important as them in construction field. We are more like behind the scene crew in the show production. There's also like lawyers and accountants in construction industry, as we are dealing with contracts and financial matters. But what is quantity surveying exactly? It deals with estimating and managing the cost of construction projects. It takes into account each material, resource, and equipment needed in every property development project. Quantity surveyors work out the estimated cost at the start of the project and continue to keep watch on the cost as project progresses. Let's take a look on the education pathway. Before we carry on, I need to express over here our professional bodies and commissions. UTA is accredited by BQSM, Board of Quantity Surveyors Malaysia, and also RICS, Royal Institutions of Chartered Surveyors. We still have recognition by RICN, Royal Institute of Surveyors Malaysia, and CIDB, Construction Industry Development Board. UTA is one of the universities who are accredited by the BQSM and RICS. After you finish your SPM or O level, you have a choice whether you want to continue studying diploma in quantity surveying or foundation in arts and science or pre-university like level, STPM, SPM, and Malaysian. After that, you can continue your journey, degree in quantity surveying within 3 to 4 years. As for the diploma students who have graduated, he or she may transfer their credits, enroll in degree in quantity surveying. According to Board of Quantity Surveyors in Malaysia, to become a professional QS under BQSM, students have to attain bachelor degree in accredited institution. The students who have graduated in Utah can allow themselves to register under BQSM to become professional QS. Only non-accredited degrees have to ensure themselves work with minimum 10 years experience in QS related field and a membership of the QSM approved institution. Then they can allow themselves to register under the QSM to achieve provision QS. After that, guy can register under RSM with a minimum graduate member. After that, they can allow themselves to register with APC, which is under the QSM, to follow either APC route of experiences or academicians or graduates. They have to complete logbook and supervise with the local internal supervisor. As for graduates, it depends on external and internal supervisors, and they also have to produce a critical analysis report and attend some of the interviews. After they achieve every single requirement presented by BQSM, they can allow themselves to register for professional QS. Why quantity surveying? If you are fond of members, but you are not too keen on the mainstream courses, if you like dealing numbers, but you don't like mainstream courses like calculus or accounting, this is the most suitable courses for you. As Malaysia is a developing country, and there are lots of construction projects going on from time to time, which is the demand of QS profession is high. The thing is, it's easy for you to get jobs, and then in the same time, you don't want jobs that are too rigid, whereby you come to the office at 9 o'clock in the morning and then you leave the office somewhere around 5 in the evening. QS professions will not give you that kind of life whereby you have to sit in the office all the time. You may go to the site from time to time to do measurement or whatsoever. You also want an intellectually challenging degree, so this is why you come to the QS course. There are some key skills needed in order to enroll. First of all, you need to have a good foundation in IT or technical skills, which is related to Industry 4.0, and some basic mathematical concepts. Now, you must be able to learn and work in a fast-paced environment. This is because Malaysia is a developing country. There's a lot of projects going on. We tend to chase for photographs. We need to, and most of all, we have to have a good interpersonal skill, such as communication skill, negotiation skill, and so on. This is because we need to deal with several parties in order to achieve project goals. QS need to forecast the cost of material needed for a project. QS also have to prepare the tender documents, contracts, budget, bill of quantity, and other documentations. QS need to assist in negotiate prices with suppliers. QS also need to track changes to the design and adjust the budget projections accordingly. The QS also have to measure and value the work done on site. This is because we have to make a payment to the main contractors, subcontractors, or suppliers using the client fund. And then the most importantly, we need to advise the client and other professional contractors. There are some career opportunities for QSs after they graduate. It's up to them whether they want to go as a QS in a major government departments and agencies, or as a quantity surveyor in contracting organization, property and housing development, construction materials and plant and equipment manufacturers and suppliers, or as a quantity surveyor in a private consulting firm of quantity surveyors. It also can be as a QS, contract officer or manager in infrastructure, oil and gas firms and as a consultant, financial and capital markets, banking, insurance industry. Or they also can be academic or researchers. There's so many pathways for them to choose depending on the students'